Welcome back. Today we're making this delicious banana pudding cake. If you're a fan of banana pudding, you're absolutely going to love this cake. We want to start off by making our vanilla pudding because it needs time to set. We're going to whisk together our sweetened condensed milk and a little bit of cold water until it's smooth. Then we'll whisk in 1 pack of vanilla pudding mix. We're going to set that aside in the fridge to chill. And then next, I recommend making your banana cake layers. These can be made in advance. They freeze really well. You just want to make sure you either put them in an airtight container or wrap them in plastic wrap before freezing them. But I highly recommend making them in advance too because it takes time to make the batter, bake them, and then let them cool. It really helps to break up the process. And then once your vanilla frosting is all ready to go, it's time to assemble this cake. I like to bake 8-inch cake layers with this recipe, so I'm using a 10-inch cake board here to build the cake. I like to add a little dab of buttercream underneath my first cake layer just to help it keep in place and prevent sliding. Then I'm spreading a thin layer of vanilla buttercream on top of this cake layer, and then I'm piping 2 rings of buttercream around the perimeter of this cake, and that's really important because when you're adding a soft filling to a cake, you really need that buttercream border to help keep everything in place. I spread about a half a cup of vanilla pudding on top of my frosting and top that with some fresh banana slices and about 3/4 of a cup of chopped vanilla wafers. I then covered the top in a layer of whipped topping and piped 1 more ring of buttercream around the filling just to make sure it was really locked in place. I then froze the cake until the frosting was firm to the touch, and then I'm going to repeat this process with my next layer. Chilling the cake after you add on each cake layer is so helpful, and it really helps prevent any sliding, which can be such a struggle whenever you're making a cake that's filled with a soft filling like this. After I added on the top cake layer here, I just popped this straight into the freezer before even trying to crumb coat it. Again, I just didn't want things to slide. You don't want any of that pudding seeping out through your buttercream, and the freezer truly is your best friend on this cake. So with that strategy, you can see it's super easy for me to add on the crumb coat just because everything really is locked into place after it comes out of the freezer the second time. And you just want to spread a thin layer of buttercream all around the cake to make sure that all those crumbs are locked into place so that we'll have a perfect second layer of frosting. After I smoothed out my crumb coat with my bench scraper and small offset spatula, I colored the rest of my buttercream yellow and then coated the cake in a second thicker layer of frosting. To mix things up a little bit, I actually used an icing comb on this cake to give it a really fun textured look. This is totally optional and you can definitely just smooth the frosting with a bench scraper, but if you feel like branching out or you want to do something a little bit different, these icing combs are so much fun. I got them on Amazon and I think they're made by Wilton. And the strategy when you're using these are the same when you're using a bench scraper. If there's any gaps or areas that you can see there's a little divot and it needs a little more frosting, just smooth a little bit into place and then do a few more passes until the frosting looks nice and smooth. After quite a few passes, I was finally happy with how the cake looked, so I smoothed out the top with my small offset spatula, and then I added on a matching sprinkle blend that had some really pretty yellow and gold sprinkles in it. It's from Fancy Sprinkles. And then the last step was to decorate the top of the cake. Originally, I was just going to make buttercream dollops on top of the cake, but after I added them, I was too tempted to keep going, and so I ended up making an entire little buttercream ring on top of the cake. But I really loved the way that it looked, and I even snuck a few fresh banana slices into that little ring, which is so much fun. I love when people can look at a cake and know exactly what flavor it is, and I definitely achieved that with this cake decoration. I added on a few more sprinkles for good measure, and then it was finally time to cut in. I was a little bit nervous just because this cake had so much filling, but I'm happy to report that it actually slices really well, and the slices look absolutely beautiful with all of that delicious banana pudding hidden inside. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it, and if you want the recipe, it's up on Chelsweets.com. So until next time, happy baking!